Stream. Yes, sir. What up, VOD Nation? You know we had to be on for season 4 of Marvel Rivals. You know we had to be here. Alright. So we just gonna promote the Oh, sorry. I was burping. You know, we gotta promote the stream real quick. Gonna take us a little bit. Yeah, if you're watching the VOD, you might just want to skip through. If not, how's your day been? You know, have you been well? Make sure to relax while watching the stream. Get yourself something to drink. Get yourself something to eat, you know. Chill out. And yeah, we gonna be playing some Marvel Rivals in a bit. This game is actually like my new obsession. I'm gonna be so honest. Like I genuinely like playing this game. Just so addicting, you know. Let me see here. All right. So, if you're wondering why we got Blade on the screen instead of Spidey, I've been kind of leaning more towards being a Blade main, honestly. Like, Spider-Man is just like, I don't know. He has the freedom of movement that I love, and I'm still gonna be a Spider-Man main, right? But like, it's just not the same anymore, you know? It's like something's missing from Spider-Man's kit, you know? And I hope they, like, because honestly, Spider-Man's in like a weird state where he kind of doesn't know what he wants to be, you know? I guess, if that makes sense. Because, to me anyways, right? Like, yes, he's a dive character, right? But, like, he's not even really that good at bursting people down unless they're already low, right? And then, you know, there's the displacement factor of him. Like, do they want him to be a displacement type hero where he, like, tries to get the enemy team, like, out of place, you know? Uh, again, like, the freedom of movement is really good. Like, how fast he can go is awesome. But, he has a lot of, like, trouble deciding, like what he actually wants to do, you know. So it's kind of awkward to play. Like, there's just not a clear vision, you know, of like what to do. Because like with Blade, you kind of know what you have to do. Like, you poke at them from afar, you know, you deal damage, right? And then when it's like safe to go in, you go in with either like your ult or like the vampire mode, and then you pop off. So, but at first, we're gonna enter the practice range because we got the new hero, and we're probably not gonna be able to try her out. But we got Angela, 4-star difficulty. So yeah, she has that meter in the center that like fills up, and she's like a perma flying tank too. Like, there are a lot of talks of like people saying like, oh, a flying tank wouldn't work and such, and like it wouldn't be healthy for the game, but they ended up doing it anyways. And so I'm curious to see how this will shake up like the game, how it'll shake up like the meta. I think they did kind of go the correct route by making her more melee focused, right? Now I've actually already played some games of season 4 here with some of my friends. That deals a lot of damage. What? Okay, when it's full charge, that deals a lot of damage. Because, like, when I'm hitting them now... Actually, that's not even bad damage, too. If I'm being honest. It's just like with her rate of fire and stuff. Well, rate of attack.
I took great pleasure in striking.
Wait, does the meter go down when you're not at max? Because I definitely hit the... That definitely dealt more damage. Okay, so you can like cancel it like halfway, and you'll still get like the some increase in damage. That's pretty cool. So you don't necessarily have to be at max to get the big to get bigger damage, but you kind of want to be at max so you get that, right? And of course you have her shield, 350 HP. We have this. It's actually really nice that you can you gain charge when flying like this, so you can like, and then, you know, then we have this. I was definitely looking over there. So is that like a straight down thing? Like it doesn't matter where you're looking, you just go straight down. We can see it here. Cause like I'm looking over here. Okay, so it is a straight down thing, so her will she eventually just go up on her own? Hey, what's up, Justin? It actually doesn't look like she goes back up on her own, so you can actually like be like a ground Angela. The rate of attack is a lot better. And of course when you go back up it will be on a 12-second cooldown. It's kind of weird that it goes straight down and not where you're looking, but I think that's fine. And then we have her ultimate here. Pretty cool. So I did actually see some tech with her where you go like this and like you have get that, and then you get that, and then get like the double. I don't know. I actually also saw this tech. I don't know if it's still in the game, but like where you go like this and then like drag them out. Oh, apparently that's supposed to like deal a bunch of damage.
They have been seen and they will not escape.
She's alright.
I took great pleasure in striking you down.
Okay, so she still has a quick melee, so you can like... Can you animation cancel that? No, you can't. Interesting. Can you animation cancel it when you're like this? Okay, no, it just like the quick melee is gone. It's just her melee. Okay.
Your fate was already sealed. I nearly delivered it.
Ooh. Okay, so no, you can actually do an animation cancel, but like you can't go, like you can go like that, right? Because the fire rate like cooldown thing, if you try to go from spear shield spear, you can't do it. Like I was mashing the button there.
I took great pleasure in striking you down.
Like I was mashing the button there, and she didn't do it. But you can, however, go spear shield quick melee and get a little bit of burst there. That's pretty cool. Alright. And then I guess you could also like combo that together, so you could go like spear shield melee down and go into your thing. And it can only deal like more damage when you're like this, right? So you go like this and go.
second in heaven.
It's kind of specific getting the thing down, because like if you shield too long, you can't quick melee, right? So you have to like get the shield, like how long you have the shield out timing down, right?
Your fate was already sealed. I mean,
Oh yeah, if you go up, does it immediately? Yeah, okay. So when you go up, it immediately takes the spikes away. And then when you're like this down here, you know, you gain the bonus health, of course. I wonder if there's anything else you can like animation cancel. Like if I go like, no, it really only seems like the shield could be used for animation canceling. Like,
they have been seen and they will not escape. Double kill.
now, when I played some of my earlier matches, it really did seem like Angela was mostly used for displacement. Like you see, like you have my team over there, this team here. Like you kind of just go like this and like drag people into your team, right? And then you know you burst them down with your team, and that's not like a bad thing, per se. But I think they definitely, because she's a flying tank, held back on her damage, right? Because this is like this damage isn't too strong. Like obviously, like once you like fly around a bit, right, it increases. But like you have to actually have been flying around for a bit to get that damage. And then even like this animation cancel that I discovered. I'm sure I'm not the first person to discover it, but like even this animation cancel, like that's not too much damage, you know. So they definitely held back on some of her offensive power and really leaned more into the more displacement factors of her kit.
Overconfidence will destroy you. Double kill.
Yeah, they definitely went with like a safer option. I don't know how strong she's gonna be. I kind of messed it up there, but you know. What is? And now the changes to Blade here with his swords slashes.
Look, our next victims. Somebody's always trying to ice skate up here.
Honestly, that does not seem too noticeable.
That was too easy.
That really does not seem that noticeable. Maybe it'd be a lot better like in the middle of a match. Or like when you already start off at like 10. I mean, it was only like a 2 damage increase, so it's like, whatever. Anyways, how are you doing, Justin? You doing good? We're just trying out some of the things right now.
Look, our next victims. Hell no. You never stood a chance. Really?
Yeah, I'm not really noticing too much of a difference. I don't know if it's just me.
Next time.
Yeah, his gun definitely still seems like ludicrously better. But anyway, we now get into the games. Again, I don't think we're gonna be able to play Angela. It would be sick. Oh yeah, we had the battle pass we could check out. Now obviously I already got some of it, but we have the Luna Snow skin, Abyssal Glow. Now, I don't mean to say like anything really unpopular here, right? And it's not a bad skin, right? I have a really big issue with this entire battle pass. Alright? And it's that none of the skins fit the theme of this season. None of the skins do. And I think that's really annoying and could make this easily one of the most forgettable battle passes. I don't think it's going to make it the most forgettable season, because like Daredevil alone will bring enough hype to keep the game and like make it memorable. But I think this might actually end up being one of the most forgettable battle passes, simply because like it doesn't really like when you're thinking of like the seasons and like the battle pass, like in like a couple years from now we might be thinking like, oh, this skin came out in season 3.5. Oh wait, no, didn't it come out in season 4? You know, and shit like that, you know, and like make it a bit more forgettable in that sort of sense. So I think this might end up being one of the more forgettable battle passes. And it's not to say that any of the skins are bad per se, but they just have nothing to do with the season, right? Like none of them do. Like not a single one. And so it's kind of like going to be confusing, you know? But again, like onto this skin, right? I think the mixture, I can kind of see what they were going for, right? It just seems like too much, you know? They tried to go with the symbiote, Phoenix Force thing, and then having her ice on like the other half and stuff. I get it, right? I think it would have been better if they have just stuck with either the Phoenix Force or the symbiote, preferably Phoenix Force, and really just stuck with that to be like the fire and ice thing. You know? I don't think the symbiote needed to be included in this. But it's not bad. You know, free toes. As we can see down here, we got free toes. So it's not bad. Yeah, not a bad skin. We have the Dance of Ice and Fire. It's pretty wholesome. We got her nameplate here. Looking pretty sick. Again, I just think it would have been better if it was just Fire and Ice. We have Angela's nameplate here. The spray, Abyssal Glow. We get these like unstable molecules. Alright, here's the MVP. Looking pretty sick. I like how the fire comes into like a claw on the one side. Icy Inferno. I like the rock music that plays too. And like the symbiote, but like Phoenix Wings is alright. It's pretty cool. Alright, next skin. We have Bucky here. Looking really edgy. Wearing white, you know, he's got the the eyeliner here. Not really too much to say. It's just a recolor of his default nameplate. He's got his Spray here. Helping Hand. His emote. Again, not too much to say about this skin. We have Starlit Outlaw, Star-Lord skin. This skin actually looks fucking sick. I will say. This skin does look cool. I'm actually a fan of this skin. Again, one issue is that it really just doesn't fit in with like the season of like the Chinese like season, you know, theme with like Kunlun and shit. But yeah, we got the Star-Lord skin. He's looking pretty cool. We got, of course, like the Unsubbed Malco. Here's his nameplate. Got the spray. His emote, Cosmic Shuffle. Looking really sick. That's really cool. And then we have his MVP. Dope. Yep, looks pretty sick. Then we have Golden Age, the classic Captain America skin, looking really good. I really like them adding the classic skins from like the comics and stuff. I think it's really cool. I know not everyone's a fan of it, but like some of the more hero shooter fans, not Marvel fans, you know, aren't a fan of it. But yeah, and we got his detention thing, looking really sick. Really like it. Really good. We got Old Man Hawkeye here. Our first blind character, you know. Looking pretty cool. Got like the tattered cape and shit. I kind of like it. Looks kind of cool. Spray, the arrow. Got his nameplate. Emote here. I used to be an Avenger. Bro's back. Is back, man. Is back. That's how I be some days, bro. Just like this. Alright, we got his MVP. Showing he still got it with the sound. Looking really dope. Right in the bullseye. Yeah. We got this artwork. Let the Sleeping Dragon Lie. Then we got the Astral Wander Strange skin. Supposed to be like when he is like in its astral projection thing. We got the Astral Wanderer spray. Nameplate here. That's actually really high quality. What the hell? Am I the only one that thinks that? Like that artwork here is actually like really well done. It's done in like a different like art style than like the rest. That looks pretty sick. All right, and then we have him with the doggo. Let's go. Best emo just for that, honestly. Him just holding the dog. And then, of course, we have Daredevil's nameplate here. Looking pretty sick. Dark Phoenix, another classic comic book skin. It looks pretty good. Again, I'm a fan of the classic comic book skins, right? So, I really enjoy this, personally. You got a nameplate. The spray. X No More. No more X-Men. Even though that's Wanda, but yeah, she's not X-Men anymore. She's like on her own and shit. I like the Phoenix roar, if you can hear that. Yeah, pretty sick. Then we have our MVP. That looks really cool. With like the planet view and shit. With like the phoenix bird like holding the planet in its talons and shit. Oh, that looks sick. Yeah, we have Dark Phoenix. Hear me, X-Men. I'm no longer the woman you knew. I am fire and life incarnate. Now forever, I am Phoenix. Looking pretty sick. Immortal Firebird. Again, like the Phoenix representation. It's just like it doesn't make sense for this season. Anyway, I'm actually not the biggest fan of this skin. I don't really think it looks that good. They lean too much into the Phoenix design. In my opinion, he looks a bit too much like a chicken. You know, he's got the chicken feet. You know, a lot of feathers. He definitely leaned more into the Phoenix design than Phoenix herself did. You know, bro's a fan for real. Anyway, we have spray here, emote, and floating with the fire. That's kind of cool. Celestial spark. Nameplate. This should be the MVP. It's alright. It's pretty good. I like the Firebird. Wings of Fire. Yeah, I like this shot right here. I think that looks really sick. Then we got another classic comic book skin. We got Trial of Magneto. I think this looks really good. I know a lot of others might not like it, but I think it looks good. He's got like the chains in the back, you know. Looking really sick. Got like the nice purple. Yeah, you looking really good. Then we have his spray. What is this? Oh, that's a collectible. We got his nameplate here. Emote, Crimes Against Humanity. Just him aura farming with the chains and shit. Then we have his MVP, Here I Stand. Pretty cool. Then we have Moon Knight Mech here. Now, I actually am a big fan of this design here. I think it looks really cool. Appears in Marvel Studios' What If. Really sick. Khonshu says, light 'em up. Again, my whole issue is that it doesn't really fit with the season theme. But, we got his emo here. Primed for battle. Got the spray. Nameplate here. Ooh, that looks fucking sick. Yeah, that looks dope. And then we have his MVP. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh yeah, we also have the intro for here. I forgot that the legendary skins have the intro. Looking really good there. We'll go back to Luna to see hers. Because Luna's also a legendary. Pretty cool. Alright, now let's jump into the matches. By the way, this is open lobby, so if you wish to join it and come play with me, because we're going to be doing some quick match, kind of get a feel for the season. Maybe we'll do comp, I'm not sure yet, but... Yeah, rank reset did happen. I'm bronze 2 again, and we are gonna try and hit plat this season. See if we can. Throne of Null, Resource Rumble.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
All right.
I fight to end the darkness that spawned.
Going to be playing with the new Twitch drop skin. If you want this skin, all you gotta do is watch my stream. I have drops enabled. As this is the skin that's out.
Staying in the light is a constant struggle. I was born ready.
Gonna be C over there.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Time has come to call on ancient forces to aid us in this battle.
Oh, I always wanted to learn magic. Tippy Toe loves a good card trick.
The spells I have mastered.
Alright, just gonna
Feeling
cut him
strong,
off.
Real strong.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready to capture the available area and extract some goodies? Let's go!
You know, it's actually surprising me how much people don't enjoy Resource Rumble. I think it's cool. I like the game mode. I think it's pretty unique idea. Even though it kind of just also comes down to capture like the point and shit. I actually don't think it's a bad thing. Keeping an eye on him, but
Great job! You're loading up on resources. You've got competition. Clear the enemies to extract more resources.
Taste cold steel.
we gotta get out of here.
Uh-oh! The other team is extracting those resources.
Silver bullet.
Oh my god! What the hell was I caught on? What the hell? Why did my character stop for a second?
The hunt is on. There's only one silver.
Heads up!
Takes a lot more
The
Okay.
other team is ready to rumble.
Hell yeah.
I just don't know why my team had to die and leave me alone.
Silver bullet.
No, stay here and come help me fight this Angela. What are you doing? Why did my Jeff just leave me there?
Open season. I was born ready. I had you. 1,000 gods! You taste cold steel. The hunt is on. You never stood a chance.
Great job! You're loading up on resources. Looks like resources are
Oh,
running low.
that was
Ready
beautiful.
to find another available area.
They're probably all going to be over there, but this at least gives us some points for Rumble, so.
As good as new.
Better watch your back. Oh yeah! Your team is ready to rumble. You've got competition. Clear the enemies to extract more resources.
Fuck. Not my best game, I will say, but whatever.
Double KO. All
Takes a
gone.
lot more than that to slow me down.
Probably head to the next available area.
We are ready to rumble though, so that's
Extracting those
good.
resources.
Need some help?
Halfway to victory. Don't let them get more resources.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
And my team all died due to that Spider-Man ult. Guys, Spider-Man's not that hard to deal with. Why are we dying to him?
Side of the neighborhood. Double KO.
The stakes just got raised. The hunt is on.
I compliment you, Hulk, but Ben would get jealous.
I'm starting to think people don't know how to deal with Spider-Man. Even though it's kind of obvious to me, but... I really don't think people know how to deal with Spider-Man.
Is the sea.
Resources are nearly tapped out here too. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to resource rumble through this shit.
Double KO. Great job. You're loading up on resources.
It's such an uphill battle, but...
You might want to stay down. If I could slay a vampire, I sure as hell could slay a dragon.
Fantastic. The rumble phase is about to begin.
I've always walked the line between the living and undead.
I think like the big issue people have with this game mode that people actually don't really talk about and like don't acknowledge, like, because a lot of people don't know what makes them like mad at something. Like sometimes like they're mad at something, but something's just like off-putting, I guess, right, to them, and they don't exactly know what. I think the thing is with this game mode is that the points change so rapidly that it's not really like in a constant spot, right? Until like the very end, right? Because it changes so rapidly that
Slice and dice. Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
beautiful. But yeah, like the points change so rapidly that like getting like the resources is a little bit difficult because of that. Our Spider-Man's fighting someone over here.
Back in the game. That was too easy. 1,000 gods! Taste cold steel.
Good news. You've stockpiled half the resources you need to win. Us against the world.
I couldn't do anything about that. That's tragic.
They got the drop on you.
Jeff's hitbox is so weird to me when he's underwater like that. Like, it's so weird.
Uh-oh. The other team is extracting those
We
resources.
spent all that time, by the way, getting resources. And shit just didn't matter. Need any available heals? Any at all? Any available heals whatsoever?
Back in the game.
Like, why are we taking 5 business days?
You're loading up on resources.
I hate this shark.
Clearly you needed some
Foes have found us.
you like this.
Hell yeah. Taste cold steel.
I can think another factor too is that that kind of attributes to people not liking this game mode that much. Is the fact that really only the final point matters. You know?
Taste cold steel.
Like, really only the final point matters. Because they actually dominated us the first two points. And look at this right now. We just won. Right? We just took all their points.
Victory.
So, like, you know? Like, I think that's another thing that contributes to how much people like this game mode. You know? Because they will, like, put in all this work to, like, to capture, like, the previous 2 points, right? And then, they'll just get, like, they'll lose, like, the last point, and then it's over, you know? But, as for me, I actually think it's kind of cool that there's, like, a little comeback, like, built-in comeback mechanic there. So, I'm, you know, I'm down for it. I'm not against it. I'm down for it. I think it's cool.
Darkness that spawned me.
Alright.
All life, all I've known is the hunt.
She rocking the new Luna skin. Looks pretty nice.
Seconds. Stay strong. You might want to stand back, Spidey. Things are about to get pretty chilly.
I used to hang with Iceman back in the day. I'm cool.
Sounds like you have some pretty amazing.
I like how the markings on his arm change. I think that's pretty cool.
Glad to add you to the list.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
As good as new.
Makes sense.
This is our chance to purge some darkness. Let's not waste it.
Sure, those
Sure.
are bad guys. I saw one of these on a beach in Jersey once.
I knew I heard someone. That's pretty annoying, Loki. Healers were out of position.
Takes a lot more than that. I was born ready.
It's like so quick to like tell when healers are out of position. It's actually so quick to tell. Because you should not be hiding behind this fucking like truck here, or I guess like ambulance. Like you should be with me, with us, in the team fight.
Spider-Bot's getting nowhere.
There's still a chance to stop them. I like the cold. Better stop that vehicle. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be the time to stop them.
Fucking hell, dude.
Judge, jury.
Tried to chase after her.
I'm hurt. That's one ugly backup bag.
Turn the monsters to the depths.
Lucky I was here.
Okay, well he's out of the thing now, so I'm just... Ah!
The hunt's not. The hunt is on.
I knew she was behind me, but I tried to still secure the kill on the low key, despite it. I tried to bait out the web, if I'm being honest.
It's spider time! There's still a chance to stop them.
1,000 gods!
Can we stop playing so scared?
I've always walked. I was born.
Like, why are we terrified of the enemy? Like, look at how scared they are. They're just backing up. Like, what's gonna happen when we're at third point and there's no room to back up anymore? Are we just gonna let them have third point?
As good as new.
Like, why are you so terrified of the enemy? Stop being scared.
Better stop that vehicle.
And I just take 1,000,000 damage up front, like. Like I still need heals. Actively.
Now or never. Stop them.
Ugh.
How refreshing. I'm back, baby. Hell yeah.
I don't have to be center stage. Don't give them another inch. Or else.
Like, I'm trying to keep my uptime good and be in the fight, but like I'm not allowed to be in the fight, you know, because I'm low.
As good as new. Next time, put up a fight.
Look who's here.
That one hurts.
Spider bots getting everywhere.
We are undefeatable!
Good ult by our Scarlet.
We are undefeatable!
As good as new. One shot.
Oh, I thought they were dead, so Luna and Jeff were still alive.
You would not.
What is your aim, Luna?
I was born ready.
Why were you aiming at Angela and not me? We have a DPS Luna on our team? Like, what?
As good as new. A thousand gods! Slice and dice. Judge, jury, execution! One shot.
You stop them in their tracks.
Show's over.
Angela is pretty annoying, I'll give her that. That displacement of hers is kind of annoying.
Like adorable little elder dogs. For a king, your army is lacking no
It's spider time! Hit the ground. We are undefeatable.
I had you covered.
Okay.
This time.
more. I'm the team control. Rick got full turbo. You belong to me.
A nice deep freeze.
I was born ready.
Inevitable.
As good as new.
You stop them in their tracks.
This I've never seen a DPS Luna before, but you know what? Pop off then.
Your powers are mine!
We are undefeatable.
Disgusting. Should have used simple words, Frank.
You get away with it. You get away with
Hunt is over.
What are you guys doing here? What the hell? I didn't even realize they were over there.
Double KO. Only 60 seconds left.
The stakes just got
Was there any paint?
I was born ready.
I like grilled. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
DPS Luna go crazy. Like, dog, literally Angela's in front of me. I'm holding block, and Luna's like right next to me. I'm just shooting at Angela. Like, bitch, I don't need you to shoot at Angela. I need you to shoot at me. At me.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
Go
I'll
polarity edge.
fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
You know what, let's try the Emerald Blade. I got this skin
Darkness
recently
that
too.
spawned me.
You know, I think the more I use this skin, like I wasn't fucking with it at first, but I think the more I use this skin, the more comfortable I got with it.
My whole life, all I've known is the hunt. I was born ready.
And I really like the marking color as well on his arm here, that like gold. I think it looks pretty sick. And then like the gold and
What
red.
are you gonna do, little fella? Kill him with cuteness? Never mind. Those fangs of yours will make Dracula himself jealous.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
Why is this person telling me no? What the fuck? Motherfucker, you're the one playing the new character. Yeah, I don't know what was with my last team and why we were so terrified of the enemy team. Because they were scared, like they were terrified for some reason. Like why are you playing the hero shooter if you're so bloody scared? Gonna take some cover over here. Never mind. Yes, mine. I need this breakable. And get a better angle, or
Open season. Open season.
oh my god, dashing all around me, bro. Fucking Kung Fu Master over here.
You're lucky I was here. Look, I was born ready. Slice and dice.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Honestly though, like, hindsight, like, I know it was frustrating at the time. I should have adapted my playstyle to play more like pokey rather than trying to go in with the blade when my team was scared. Because, like, even a bad plan is still a plan, you know? So, it's like, even if I disagree with taking, like, letting them have so much space.
What a midnight arms. Sorry about your unk, Mark. Look, our next victims. One shot.
Get that vehicle moving again.
As good as this.
Watch out for that extermination.
Open season.
What the hell?
That was
I thought it dashed right into there.
hell yeah. Slice and dice.
Fuck, I can't get up there.
The moon haunts you.
Overconfidence.
I'm back. Hell yeah.
Stop me, weakling!
Iron Man late. Why I say Iron Man? Iron Fist. Laid out like Peter Griffin, bro. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Poor girl just dealing infinite damage. Because she exists, you know? Like, that's cool. What you doing healing over here, buddy? Whoa.
Slice and dice. 1,000 gods. I was born ready.
Yeah, fight me! What are you doing? Fight me! Holy shit! Fucking scared ass motherfuckers, bro. Like I ain't trying to get a stomp, a one-sided stomp. I'm trying to fight motherfuckers.
Something doesn't feel right here.
Like, fight me.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
The hunt's not over yet. The hunt is on.
Help this vehicle to its destination. An onk. I hate when the gods
Silver
play
bullet.
there. No onk here.
The moon haunts you.
Weakling!
We've got this right up. Let's roll.
Just watching him fucking slide into that room fucking punching is crazy. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's it! Don't let anything stand in your way. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
One shot.
It's an anti. Kill her.
Back in the game.
Alright, we can't kill her anymore.
Now that's power.
Here comes Iron Fist. Yo, what is this Punisher doing? What the fuck?
This is your big chance.
Never stood a chance.
Punisher's living
1,000 gods!
Another
Cool.
victory. Big win.
We win. Alright. Next match.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
I fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
Oh, I'd see two tanks do DPS. Let me go DPS too. Stupid Like,
Who are you calling a raccoon, huh?
like, what made you think that that was?
I do the right thing unless the wrong thing is more fun.
It's stupid
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Guess I didn't need to buff it after all.
All who oppose us shall fall before the might of Mjolnir.
Right, about that. You wouldn't happen to have any spare enchanted weapons, would you?
Aye.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
already.
You would be wise to stay on the side of the angels.
AFK. Love to see it.
Armor patch here! Pay up!
Enemy is here.
You're welcome!
I am barely
Someone scratch my back!
Anyone willing to help? Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Feeling fantastic.
You're welcome!
We captured the mission area.
many of them.
Match just started, and already I'm mildly annoyed.
Relay deployed. It ain't cheap.
Much better.
You're welcome.
That's much better. At last, our enemies show themselves. You have earned your time. That feels good.
No, I'm DPS now. Look at me. I am the DPS now.
Maximum pulse!
Oh.
Maximum pulse!
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Is Batgirl playing Mystery Heroes? What's happening here?
I'll patch you up.
That's what I needed.
This is a nice spot.
Feeling fantastic.
You're ready for action. This is real firepower.
Shields up.
I thought we were gonna like poke them out and shit, so I placed my thing up there. And we did not end up poking them out. We definitely charged head first.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner. Control C.
We will celebrate. Nice. That feels good. Watch me soar.
Alright.
Put to scratch.
I'll patch you up.
I definitely did not mean to. Fuck you.
I'll patch you up.
Yeah, I'll shoot you back, bitch.
This is a nice spot. I'll patch you up.
What a difference.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Feeling fantastic.
I'll patch you up.
Maximum pulse!
This is real firepower. Stand down. You're ready for action.
The area's almost yours.
Don't mind me.
I'm the only one healing this Angela. I'm trying so hard to keep you alive. This might be my final transmission though. Oh no.
Team play.
Oh my god.
It's clobbering time!
You're ready for action.
Oh my god. Look at me.
Control seized.
Aye, just what I needed.
Oh, I'm gonna get some revenge.
Hey, I'm ace right now. So yeah, I can flex, you know. I am a DPS player, but I can flex.
Some of my best friends are crooks and villains.
Sacred steel.
Oh man, I spilled again.
before you attack. Get ready.
You can't have my new arm, Rocket.
I'll make it with your while, Bucky. Go on, name your price.
1 raccoon skin hat.
Yikes. I mean, technically I ain't a raccoon, but something tells me I shouldn't push my luck.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Alright,
1.
let's go.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
My path may be pretty cloudy, but if we don't win this, the future is pretty clear.
Vortex field.
No! I can't leave! I can't leave! I was minded. She definitely got mad at that time I killed her.
The mission area is yours to capture now.
She definitely didn't like that.
Capture the mission area.
You're ready for action.
Hi, that feels good.
Why does she talk like a pirate there? Aye, that feels good. All she was missing was matey. Aye, that feels good, matey.
You're welcome.
Yeah, come over here. Fucking flying our ass around, bro. Settle down, man.
This is real firepower.
We kind of ulted at the same time, but you know what? That's fine, because at least we get damage boost. No! 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 I thought I could rocket. Back hell. Ugh.
Double KO. Control
Ain't
C.
got rid of me yet.
Capture complete.
Relay deployed. It ain't cheap.
I'm on my way.
You're ready for action.
I feel renewed.
It's clobbering time!
Control lost.
Weakling!
My good deed for the day.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. Control C.
Born again! I am Asgard's might!
Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
To a gunfight.
Grateful
I'll
victory!
patch you up. Team play. That's me.
Plasma.
Oh.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
My good deed for the day. I'll patch you up.
There, come back. Come back, Thor. We did it again. Oh my god. Fuck. And I ran right into that one. He killed his own team. Stupid ass. Killed 4 of you guys. And only killed 2 of us. Stupid Jeff. What the fuck?
Another epic victory. Big win.
Alright. Another win. Should we try comp? We could maybe try some competitive. Try and get the rank up and shit. Central Park. All right.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
You know, I forgot that there's not hero bands here. Oh my god, that's gonna annoy the hell out of me. All right.
Round one, go!
Gave me my powers. I'll make them regret it.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
So much for it. You intrigue me. I have never encountered an Oni forged from metal.
Oni? I am not familiar with that designation.
Demons. And where I come from, they are made of flesh and bone.
To be fair, I could say the same.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Motherfuckers roaring and shit.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Looks like there are worse things out tonight than vampires. Just try her.
I was gonna anti him, but we secured the kill anyway, so it's whatever. Oh yeah, I got this new emote because of the Twitch drops. Showing that off a bit. Oh my god! Bro was after my ass.
That's supposed to hurt.
Yeah. How did that deal so much damage to me? I don't remember taking that much damage, but I guess that was just me.
Rest easy, Castle. War's finally over.
Someone scratch my back.
I had you covered this time. Maximum pulse!
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Get out of there, thing. Get out of there. Even though you can't hear me, but you have to get out of there. Did he die and get rezzed by a rocket?
Almost there. Ultraman now.
Rest easy, Castle. War's finally over.
Watch me so. Ready to
Why did the damage on me skyrocket? Was she starting to land headshots? That's kind of ridiculous that even through my block, which is supposed to be like 80% damage reduction, her landing headshots still just obliterates my HP. That's kind of crazy, Loki.
Open season. Is that it? Really?
I prefer the tiny robot over the giant squirrel.
An iron suit cannot withstand.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I've been holding on to this ult for a minute. I need to ult sometime. I just haven't found a good time to ult yet, but maybe I should just like go for it, cause like any value is good value, so like I should really just find a time for it.
Back in the game.
That's it! Don't let anything stand in your way.
A thousand gods!
That was not a good ult.
A thousand gods! The stick. Hell yeah.
See, like that's what I mean. My team's not really pushing up as much as I'd like to enter sword mode. You really have to enter sword mode when
Watch me soar!
Back in the game.
using the ult. So it's like I would have needed my team to push up with me a bit more for that to occur. I tried it anyways, you know, it was worth the attempt.
Silver bullet.
Like layout of the map is so weird sometimes, man. So fucking weird, dude.
I'm back.
I really should have just been allowed up there.
Slice and dice.
Like, why does the layout have to be so fucking weird, dude?
As good as new. My favorite. Never miss.
Gather around! The current score is 3-2-0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. The right heroes could make all the difference.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
Round 2, go!
Parents gave me my powers. I'll make them regret it.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
See, I might just have to like push up with my thing here.
Thing you do. How much you want for it?
Not for sale.
Stop stealing my shit, bitch.
Everything's for sale.
Maybe for other people, not for me.
The battle starts
You
in
hiding on
5,
here?
4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Unlike my wrestling days.
Like what? Fucking tree, dude. A weird layout, bro.
I'll take good care of you.
No, there's not enough of us here. We are things here, so maybe.
Back in the game.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Enjoy the amplifier!
Us against the world!
Thanks for the target practice.
This-
Got a medkit.
That's not good.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Wait, really? Consider yourself. The stakes just got raised. I was born ready. My back.
Someone said that in team fights, the healers are running out of dodges?
Back in the game.
I don't necessarily know what that means. Does that mean like you're not managing your cooldowns well?
Taking a look, see. You're lucky I was here.
Like who's even saying that?
Got a medkit.
Stop them in their tracks.
Back in the game. Maximum pulse.
There was nothing my healers could do. It's just weird that I have to lean over to my healer so much and I'm still not being
The
healed.
hunt's not over yet. The hunt is on. Takes a lot. I was born ready.
They hit a checkpoint.
Look, I don't mind intricate like layouts,
Back in the game.
but like some of the shit gets ridiculous. Like, some of this shit gets it gets to a point, you know.
Takes a lot more than that. I was born ready.
Better stop that vehicle. It's now or never. Stop that. Watch me stall.
Yeah. Stop making me wait 5 business days for a crumb of heals.
Sent those swift things packing. Silver open season. You're lucky I was here.
Double KO.
You never stood a chance.
Oh my god.
Maximum pulse! Back in the game. Open season. 1,000 gods! Slice and dice. I had you covered this time.
Natural selection.
You stop them in their tracks.
Like, reload already, bitch.
Hey, that guy wins with style.
So, I have suffered severe damage.
Namor's plan was cursed from the start.
Only 60 seconds.
I don't think we should be pushing up that far. We had a good thing going. Holding this kind of choke point here.
Us against the world.
Open season.
Don't mind me.
Beholds the god of thunder!
Where was that rocket ult? I swear I heard the rocket ult. Where was it placed?
Down to 30 seconds.
Where was that rocket ult placed? Did it get, like, destroyed instantly? Like, where did it go? I'm actually so confused right now. Because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play in rocket ult for the bonus health. Where did it go?
Open season. Born again!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Alright.
You can always count on me, partner. Just as always. Like word.
Don't give them another inch. Or else.
Slice and dice. 1,000 gods!
The current score is 3-2-3.
I fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Can't see it half the time he heals up. He is blind. That would make sense. Nah, he's just bad. Impressive, though. Why are we roasting our rocket? He's got like 40 assists.
Round 3.
I do think a better healer lineup would be good. You know, someone with a bit more emergency heals, maybe a bit more supportive vaults, but it's whatever.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
On the world where I come from, demons run rampant. And in my dimension, they are at war with the gods themselves.
Oh my god, guys!
Keeping the chaos at bay. As do I. But perhaps it is finally time we
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area. Only 60 seconds left.
Just try and hurry. Open season. The hunt is on.
Down to 30 seconds.
Hunt will never do, Wanda.
Guys, it's so winnable. It's so winnable, guys. Shut up. Stop fighting each other.
Better stop that vehicle.
Time to squash some squids.
Separated halfway. Stop them.
Just making sure that's actually our Ultron.
Maximum horn again. Creatures of the deep are so weird. I was born ready.
Ugh. And one of our supports went DPS. This is
The stakes, the hunt is on.
perfect. It's actually the best case scenario. Truly, it is. I'm being sarcastic.
Better stop that vehicle.
Guys, it's so winnable.
Hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Oh my god.
Thanks, machine. Namor bubble back up. Set those swift things packing.
Like, GG's, we got tilted in the end.
You're not in this alone. I'm cutting in. Bad guys as good as you.
The current score is 3-2-5. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
I fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Round 4.
Staying in the light
Go!
is a constant struggle.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Hell yeah.
The Sword of Dracula. That's a pretty impressive weapon you've got there.
Well, almost as legendary as a sword of Fu Shi. Want to trade, kid?
Couldn't even if I wanted to. That sword is a part of me now.
That's how I've felt about every blade I've ever held.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3,
Guys, it's actually so
2,
winnable.
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Back in the game.
I have no blood, so I have no fear of Dracula or his legions.
Here they come. I just ought to see. Open season.
Kinda had to waste most of my dashes there. I thought it would go a lot further than that, if I'm being honest.
Back in the game.
Okay. Just lock in me, lock in me.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
An iron suit. Watch me soar!
My favorite time!
Only 60 seconds left. Us against the world.
Back in the game. Next time already? I was born ready. Slicing dice.
Down to 30 seconds.
We got this, Reptile. 1,000 gods! As good as that.
Halfway there. Keep going. The final 10 seconds.
You're lucky I was here.
I have finished the job for you.
Come on.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Silver bullet.
Disappear!
I was born ready. Behold the god of thunder!
Almost there. Come back now.
Fuck. I was applying so much pressure too.
Never miss. The stakes just got. I was born ready.
Come on.
Slice and dice.
Up this way, up this way. It's quicker, it's quicker.
Slice and dice. Just try to hurt me.
Vehicle reached
Come on.
point. Keep up the momentum.
Stay on payload. We stay on payload and we win.
Watch me soar!
I really wish that I was as adored by the heroes of Midgard as you are, little one.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
To the shield.
Yes!
Final score 6-5. Another epic victory. Big win.
Oh. Dog, I ain't gonna endorse them because they're being toxic, but some of the shit they say and be funny as fuck. Autism Spec Olympics rocket is crazy. Oh my god. Some of the shit that they'd be saying, bro. They got them creative ass insults, bro. See, we gonna be alright, cool. You don't gotta worry. There ain't nothing to worry about. Had that win in the bag, bro.
Pick your hero or villain, I'm not judging.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
That's a really good support lineup. Really good tank lineup too, Jesus. Motherfucker's out here to win, and I respect it. Let's go.
Spilling blood to save the world. I love my job. Hell yeah.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
My daughters convinced me to invite you to the gala. I just...
Why she giving me? Why she riding my dick, bro?
Look who's talking, Frost. Apparently money can't buy a fashion sense.
And your grating music belongs in the bargain bin.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
Emma and Luna Snow hating each other is not something I would have expected. Considering how it's Emma Frost and Luna Snow, I thought they would like get along because of their names and shit. But maybe that was wishful thinking.
Here they come.
Well, they have Angela. Honestly, I'm surprised. We haven't seen more flyer metas.
That was too easy.
I would have expected the flyers to go crazy in this kind of meta, but
Looks like the mission area is yours.
I guess not.
Mission area is yours.
I need to get a good angle on that penny mine so I can push in. It's like right there. Yep.
Took out those nasty spiders. Slice and dice.
Yeah, I haven't left. Fine, I'm going after your rocket. Fine, I'm going after you.
Lucky I was here.
Oh, I didn't realize the penny nest there. Fuck! The penny mines. I was like, alright, I shot down the penny nest, we good, and then penny mines, bro.
That's 3.
Fuck.
Captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Slice and dice.
See now the gotta get a good angle on this penny nest here. Where is it? There's somewhere over there. Oh.
Use this. Boom, one shot.
Spider bots against me.
Maximum pulse. I could use this.
I check out this penny nest, bro. There we go. Shit. Why are there so many mines here, bro? What the fuck?
Help, please. Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
I'm back. Hell yeah. Taste cold stick.
Did they plan for someone to go after their health back? Level foresight, bro. Jesus Christ. What do you have? The fucking Byakugan? The goddamn. Sharingan eyes, head ass. Her slowly flying towards me.
They've almost got it. Let's take this area.
I don't see the point in pinging the payload. Like, we already know
A nice deal.
get it.
Stay away from the It's spider time!
Ugh.
Until we have a winner.
Nothing like having healers out of position. See, like last time, I don't think the healers were doing bad, but this time, I mean, they're still not doing bad per se. It's just. Why am I so slow? Ugh. What was that slow, bro?
Day and night. No monster's getting the best of me. I was born ready.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
When did the whole damn universe turn upside down, Doc?
The time stream is collapsing, Eric. The effects can be disorienting.
Getting hard to tell day from night anymore.
Fortunately, you're one of the few of us equipped to handle both.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Looks like there are worse things out tonight than vampires.
Angela's really annoying at, like, the displacement. Angela Penny is actually kind of good, because, like, she can just drag people into the Penny nest.
Mission area is yours to capture now.
Oh my god.
The hunt is on. Taste cold steel.
Maximum pulse.
Okay, I come back just to die.
Maximum pulse. That's what happens when you pick.
Double KO.
The hunt is on.
I ain't gonna lie, this one looking like a loss, Chief.
Ultra reign supreme. Leave them to consume.
I guess this really shows why the rank system is kind of ass and like the rank resets, because like you have like different variations of skill, you know. Leave me alone, bitch. What is wrong with you? Relax, you stupid hoe.
Best of both worlds.
I'm out of position like crazy. Hello, Jim. How are you?
The hunt's not over. Hell yeah. Taste cold steel.
See, like, it's starting to see why Penny has such a high win rate in, like, all ranks, bro. Because it's not just the lower ranks, despite what some of the streamers might have you think. It's actually all ranks. Can I start cutting motherfuckers up, please? Alright. I hate getting caught up on someone, bro. It's so annoying. Yo, what's up, Ace? How's my goat doing?
Takes a lot more than I was born ready.
Playing some Marvel Rivals, playing some Blade. Fuck you. This is so annoying. Angela is so annoying. How are you guys doing though? Good as always, man. Been chilling, not gonna lie. That's good. How you though, man? Yeah. Chilling. Doing quite well on Marvel Rivals. Did lose, but that's okay. We had Chrono Shield. This is open lobby, so if any of you guys want to, like, we won't be playing comp if other people join, but like we can play quick play together, guys. Like, I don't care at all, you know. Like, come play games with me, broski, you know. But yeah, I've been good, you know. Been setting like a rebrand behind the scenes and shit. So that's been pretty exciting. Blade is super fun though. I love him. Been slowly playing MR again. Took season 1 off. I'm slowly getting my aim back. Yeah, that's fair. Again, like we only be playing. Oh shit, that looks sick. I mean, it's going well. Thank you for asking. I'm still sick. Oh, I'm sorry at the moment, so I decided to drink some water and take some medicine to battle this sick. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim. I'm sorry. I hope you recover soon. Sorry that you're sick. Have you looked at the third reward for this event? Third reward? 1, 2. This? Oh yeah, with the all the beasts, future skins looking sick. Yeah, again, this should have been the battle pass. These skins, even though some of them don't even have skins, like Black Widow here, and Groot doesn't look like he has one. But like these should have been the battle pass skins, man. It's such a missed opportunity. It's crazy. And like, who are all of these guys? Like, I see Groot. I think that's Storm there. It might be Scarlet, but I think that's Storm because she's black. That has to be Iron Fist in the center because that's Shao Lo, right there, right? So that's Iron Fist in the center. Obviously, that's Daredevil, Black Widow, Wolverine. That's Loki because we have this skin in the Battle Pass. Who's this? Is this Bucky? I would have thought from the hairstyle it would be Wolverine, but obviously this is Wolverine right here. So it's like, who's this? Or is that Iron Fist? And then who is this? In the center then? Wolverine, Loki, Iron Fist, Bucky. Oh, okay. Bucky, okay. Okay, so this is Bucky. Right, because of the white wolf and shit. Makes sense. So yeah, we have Black Widow with the spider. Daredevil here. The dragon. Well, it's kind of like a devil dragon, I guess. But then you have Wolverine with the Wolverine, obviously. You got Loki here with the bird and shit. Iron Fist dead center with Shao Lo, as he is the Iron Fist. You got Bucky here, Storm, and then Groot. Pretty sick, not gonna lie. This also goes hard. Inner Devil. This is also pretty crazy. Him getting fucking cooked by Dr. Doom. Like, that's crazy. Won't let that shit happen to me, though. Yeah, he's got the arm and the mask. You're right. Shit really wants me to join a faction. I'm a solo player. Shout out Kirito. This looks fucking sick, though. I can't even tell a lie. This looks sick. Yeah, we got a Loki skin and the BP. I just want all of them instead of just one. Yeah. I agree. Like, it literally should have just been, like... Because there's, like, 8 of them, right? Well, I guess it's not all skins, right? Because you have... Oh, wait. I don't even have it there. It's not all eight of them, because one of them is Daredevil, obviously, right? Like, so we can't include Daredevil here, you know? But you literally, like, could have filled up 7 pages with, like, a Black Widow skin, Wolverine, Loki, Iron Fist being the final one. Iron Fist should have dead-ass been the final skin. Bucky, Storm, Groot. Like, it's such a missed opportunity. Star-Lord and Hawkeye should have been bot skins. Honest to God, yeah. And also, I don't know how much of a hot take this is. I was saying this in Delph server, but I'll say it here. I honestly think some of these classic skins, like this one, for example, should just be Twitch drops. Like, this could totally be a Twitch drop. And I don't think anyone would be mad at that, because everyone loves the classic skins, unless you're not a Marvel fan. In which case, who cares, because you're just getting it for free. Right? Like, you don't have to buy something to get these classic skins. You know? So I actually think a lot of people would prefer shit like this just being like a Twitch drop. You know? Or like an event too, like they did with where is he here? With this Thor skin, right? This classic Thor skin. Where they had this be an event, but honestly, like, if they just rotate fucking classic skins as Twitch drops, like, that would be so much better. You know? Because, like, and then, of course, with the Twitch drops where you get nameplates and, you know, like, you can just get the... Because, like, it's not even outside of the realm of possibility, because for Blade, for the newest Twitch drops that are out right now, that I have active, you not only get this skin, right? The Will of Galactica, but you also get an emote and a nameplate, which is this. And then you also get a nameplate, right? Just add MVP as well as part of the Twitch drops, you know? So that way we still get shit like this MVP. Like, we still get shit like this. Just have it be a Twitch drop. Because, like, not only would it... I feel like... Actually, let me read chat. Oh, 100%. This and Cap should have been free or a Twitch drop. The Battle Pass doesn't really have a theme, you know? It just feels like a mismatch. Yeah, that's what I mean. I was saying earlier how this feels like one of the most forgettable Battle Passes. Simply because this goes with last season. This should not have been this season. This is last season. Right? Bucky, it has the winter theme going when we're not at winter yet. You know? So it doesn't make sense for him to have a winter themed skin. Right? Then we have an outlaw, you know? Like, cowboy and shit. Like, this is 3 different themes already. Then we have classic, golden age, year 1. And so that's 4 different themes. Then we have Old Man Hawkeye, which is 5 different themes, because this is from, like, past the time of the Avengers. Then we have Astral Wanderer when he's spiritual projecting himself. So already we have 6 different fucking themes. Every page has been a different theme, right? We have Dark Phoenix, which is X-Men, and how, like, when she became evil and shit. So we have 7 different themes now. Then we have the actual theme of the season, Immortal Firebird, being on the 9th page. And then we have another classic skin. So far, the classic skins have been the most consistent in this battle pass. And that's just because there's 2 of them. And then we have Mecha Moon Knight, which actually doesn't fit whatsoever. Even though, and again, when I say shit like this, right? Because this is from What If. See, Marvel's What If Season 3. When I say shit like this, right? None of these skins are bad. I like a lot of them. I think this is pretty good. I like this skin. This is really cool. I like the classic skins a lot. As someone who read the Marvel comics. Old Man Hawkeye looks fucking cool as hell. Astral Wanderer, like, he looks like a Smurf, but hey, you know, I fuck with it. Dark Phoenix, looking sleek as ever. This, even though it's my least favorite, like, he's still looking fly as hell. Again, another classic skin. I'm a sucker for him. I love him. Mecha Moon Knight looks fucking awesome. But it's just like, none of them fit the theme of the season. Other than Loki. So it's like, none of them fit the theme. And it kind of irritates me. Because if you look at some of the previous battle passes, right? We had season 1, right? The Darkhold, right? And it was a vampire themed season. So you had, because like every single thing has like every single season has had two sides, right? To fit in lore, why the multiverse is like going at each other, right? So you have the vampires, and then you have the Midnight Suns, is what they call it. So where they're like killing like the vampires and stuff, right? And then you also have like the people who are trying to like save everyone, right? So kind of like a three-way thing, right? Now, we did get this symbiote Loki, and he wasn't part of the theme, right? But then they immediately shake that up with having a Blood Moon Knight thing, and it's for the theme of the season. As it mentions the Eternal Night, it only first appears in Marvel Rivals Season 1. It fits the theme. So instantly, on the same fucking page, we haven't even gone to a different page yet, and this fits in with the theme, right? Then we have this one. And I guess this one doesn't really fit in with the theme either. And this was kind of basic. But then we have this one, King Magnus. Like, even just looking at his outfit, he fits with the theme. Of like, because he's wearing something that like Dracula would wear, you know? We have a Savage Submariner, you know? Again, it's more like fancy wear, you know? Something that like Dracula would wear. Even though it first appears in Submariner, right? It's still like the same kind of design concept. Then you have Blood Edge armor, right? Literally a direct thing off of this season, you know? Another thing off of this season. Completely original, fits the theme. Completely original, fits the theme. You know, even though that's kind of like her Hellfire Gala. But again, it fits within the same design concept. And then, of course, Blood Berserker. He's literally a vampire here. Right? So, like, if we count the number of skins that fit the theme, right? We have 1, 2. I'm not going to count this one. I'll count this one, but I won't count this one. 3, 4, 5. There are 5 skins that fit within the theme of the season. We have 5 skins that fit the theme of the season. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 skins that don't match. Technically 5 as well if we include this. I don't think I included this one. So it's 5 and 5. But compare that to this season, right? The only skin that matches this season is this one. We are 1 compared to 5. We are 1 compared to 5. We had divided the amount of in-theme season skins by 5. Again, Flowers of Krakoa, more of an like celebration party theme, right? Or like X-Men theme. So again, we had this skin, didn't really fit the theme, right? But then immediately X-Men. Instantly X-Men. Is X-Men themed? We have an X-Men skin. Now, this didn't fit the theme. The punk rock. Another X-Men skin. Hellfire Gala. It fits. First appears in X-Men Hellfire Gala. Fits the theme. This is her Hellfire Gala suit. Again, this is literally first appears in this season. It's literally for the Hellfire Gala. This fits in within the theme. This doesn't. This doesn't. This fits within the theme, as it's, again, X-Men Hellfire Gala. This doesn't fit in the theme. Hellfire Gala. So if we count the skins here that fit within the theme, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 skins that fit within the theme of this season, which is X-Men / Hellfire Gala. And the skins that don't match, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 to 4. So again, season 2 roughly stayed within season. We had season 3, which was a symbiote Phoenix Force theme, right? Instantly fits the theme. Now, you may be thinking, this doesn't really fit the theme. Actually, it does, and I'll explain why later on, but this does fit the theme, alright? I will explain why this fits later on, though. This fits the theme. This fits the theme. This fits the theme. Now, this is why it fits the theme. Adam Warlock here, King in White, is meant to be a direct polar opposite to the King in Black, which is Null. So, Adam and BP are supposed to represent the opposite side of the symbiote, which is why they both fit. So this fits the theme. Obviously this fits the theme. Fits the theme. Fits the theme. Fits the theme. Literally every single skin here. And okay, even if you didn't want to count these and think that I'm stretching it, right? That is 2 skins in this battle pass compared to all the other ones. That is 2 skins that don't fit the theme. So it's like, here, so far, we have had 5 out of 5, so we kind of have the theme going, right? 6 out of 4, literally 8 out of 2 here, right? This thing, not a single consistent theme. And even if we were to go back over to the season where it is 5 for 5, let's look at the skins that don't count again, right? We have this one, symbiote themed, right? This one that it is... Now, if this one was symbiote themed, then we'd start to get a different show of consistency, right? But it's not symbiote themed, right? It's bounty hunter themed. This one is just a recolor, right? So far, out of the 3 different skins, out of the 5 that we have differentiated to not be within the theme of the season, have all been different themes in and of themselves. You know? And they're all like that. So, like, even then, the most consistent theme throughout these skins here are the 5 skins that are actually all matching each other. Because the 5 ones that aren't matching the theme are all not matching each other. So there is still a consistent theme here. That being vampires and, like, the Dracula wear, like the Gothic wear. Only mismatched skin in season 1 was Symbiote Loki, but that was a tease at the future, so it comes off the payoff. That is true. Sorry, I need to catch up with chat. I was going on a bit of a rant. Got ads at the moment, but yeah, just so many skins themes, like, over the battle pass, as some mismatch, but at least they had a common theme. Most skins followed outside maybe season 0. Uh-huh. Oh, wait. Only mismatch was season 1. Yeah. Each season had some mismatch in. They had one common theme, at least for half of this battle pass. Yeah. Hellfire Gala theme could technically be all skins since they all have a cycle and variety, like a fashion show, you know? Yeah, but like, again, even when like looking at it, right? For Hellfire Gala, like even if you didn't want to include this skin, or this skin, that is like 2 skins, man. Or like 3, I guess, because of this, right? And the Iron Fist. But you know, it's like, so yeah, it's like 6 and 4. So yeah, like, there's a straight line of consistency here, and then all of a sudden we have this battle pass, which it just has no consistency whatsoever. It's all mix mash. There's nothing remotely flows into each other. Like, they're all very different skins. And I'd be, and again, I like these skins, right? But just put them in the store. Just put them in the store here. You know? And if you wanted to go with a wasteland desert theme for the season, then why was it this in the battle pass? With the Star-Lord skin. So again, like, dead ass, right? The battle pass should have been the skins we see here. Like, page 1 could have been Black Widow. Then you have page 2 Wolverine, page 3 Loki, page 4 Bucky, page 5 Storm, page 6 Groot. Maybe you know, I feel like a filler season has I feel like a filler season has some nice skins, but Luna should have been a bot skin last season instead of Penny's. Then have Penny and Star-Lord and BP as like a mini theme. Yeah, I 1000% agree. I think that would have been much better. Because like they have another mini theme going on here, which is classic skins, right? Which are like these 2 skins, you know, the Magneto and Cap skins. And that ends up being the most consistent theme in this battle pass, simply because it outnumbers all the other ones by 2, like by 1 extra, because it's 2 to 1 for every single theme, you know. And if they wanted to go with a like back in time season, right, to some of the like the golden age, you know, and like classic skins, I'd be so down for that too. And then we could have a bunch of different classic skins, but just don't mix match the themes. Because it's weird looking at the battle pass and like the name of it is Fruit of Immortality, right? And like it has nothing to do with anything, you know? Like when I'm looking through the previous battle pass, and I go through Darkhold, and I immediately look at Moon Knight, I'm like, yeah, he kind of, like, with the title here, he kind of looks like he matches with the Darkhold theme. Might just be me, though. You know? Or like I look at Magneto and I'm like, yeah, like looking at this shit. Like Darkhold, I'm looking at Magneto, like, yeah, seems pretty fitting. Or him here, Darkhold, completely fits. Completely fits, you know? It's just like, it just seems so obvious to me, you know? Because, like, a battle pass should be just, like, the main thing of your season, you know? Like, that's kind of like the big selling point, you know? And I think having the big selling point be this mix match is not very good. Luna definitely should have been a shop skin last season. The Abyssal Glow. It's like, if we go to store, like, what was some of the most recent stuff? Like, when was the last Luna skin? Right here, the 2099. So I guess not. But like, you see my point, you know? It's the same point. You know what would have been cool? A BP that focused on classic versus old of these characters. I think that would have been sweet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like having a battle pass centered around classic skins. If they wanted to put classic skins in the battle pass, I think that would have been dope. I low-key actually as well think that Marvel Rivals kind of even like through the now again I enjoyed the storyline at what they've released so far, but I actually think as well they've kind of mistimed some releases, if that makes sense. Because like as much as it makes sense story-wise, like they explained it story-wise, Blade was taken out and then you know, we had to go save him and shit, and that's why he wasn't in season 1. But honestly, they should have just released Blade with the vampire season. This kind of seems perfect.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Nice to see you.
And again, like even it's not just characters, but it's also team ups as well. Cause like Spider-Man and Venom team up, the symbiote bond should have dead ass came out during season 3 when we had a symbiote theme and he had his symbiote skin. Cause now he has the team up with Torch, and it just doesn't make sense. And again, like this vampire New York themed. Like, we could have deadass, like, had Blade and Daredevil, you know? As the two characters. And that would have made perfect sense, because it's like, yeah, Blade and Daredevil, they fucking live in New York. Blade deals with vampires, and he's the fucking devil of Hell's Kitchen. Like, it kind of just makes sense to me, you know? Not that I don't like that it was the Fantastic Four. I think the Fantastic Four are fire. I love them. But like, we actually deadass could have had an entire season around the Fantastic Four too. So like I just kind of think they mistimed some of the releases, you know? And I don't necessarily mind the Ultron. I think probably the one that made the most sense actually is Ultron versus the the X-Men, I guess. Even though that could have been like the Sentinels and shit. Blade is definitely a big one I don't like. I think he should have been at the start of the lore, but it's also cool that he got Johnny at 1.5. The trailer music as Blade shows up. You know, that would have been a cool reveal moment. Yeah. For sure. And again, I like Johnny. Johnny's my fucking GOAT, right? But I think, honestly, Blade appearing in season 1.5 just kind of makes sense, you know? Not just like season 1.5, but even just season 1. Or even if they wanted to stick with the vampire and just add 2 vampires, they could have done Blade and Morbius. You know, it's Morbid time. If they wanted to go 2 vampires, like, when I heard that it was a vampire season, like, before I saw any of the trailers or any of the Fantastic Four were coming, I deadass thought that we were getting Blade and Morbius. And then when I heard it was New York themed, I was like, okay, maybe Daredevil, right? And I don't really mind Daredevil having these cool powers. It just feels so jarring because, like, as someone who's a big fan of Daredevil in the comics, and seeing him not use his usual, like, skill set is kind of, weird to me. Did that make sense? And again, like, it's not a bad thing per se for him to do all these cool powers and stuff. It's just a little jarring to me. As someone who is such a big fan of like Daredevil and loves him being like the man without fear, you know? It's just really weird that they chose to like really go down, like they really put the devil in Daredevil, you know? Which again isn't a bad thing. It's just weird to me that they didn't go off of the source material, you know? And I know that there isn't a, like, people will show up like the one like comic panel where he was like, he had devil powers because he was like possessed by one, right? And that's like cool, don't get me wrong, right? But it's weird that they base it off of the one time he had those powers. Like, I always attribute it to this, like when they do something like that and they chose to go the route where he had like a one-time power-up that was temporary, by the way, and go with that, it's just like, that's like choosing Spider-Man as Cosmic Spider-Man for his loadout, you know? And it's like, I want to be the web slinger, you know? Like, I don't... like, the Cosmic Spider-Man is cool. I like him. But I want to just be, you know, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't want to be some OP version of the guy. There's only won't be one blade. There's only won't be one blade.
I could use this.
Who are we fighting over here?
Us against the world.
Open season. Back in the game.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
So yeah, I think some of the releases could have been timed better too. And again, I've read all the lore. I know the exact reason why okay, well, I don't know the exact reason why Daredevil has these powers, as it hasn't been revealed yet. But like, I get why he could have them, you know? Like, I get it. It's not.
By the eye of
So like, I get why he could have these powers. It's just weird to me that they chose to go that route, you know? That's it. I get it. Honestly, I thought that was gonna go down the path of Daredevil being the hand of God. That's why I think his powers are cool. But I don't. Yeah, but even then, he's not even the hand of God, you know? Because he's like, let the devil out, you know? And again, like, that's tough. Don't get me wrong. That's fucking aura right there. But it's just, like, to me, it's not Daredevil, you know? Thank God he's at least still Matt Murdock, because, like, I and many others genuinely thought that it wasn't Matt for a sec. I'm glad that there was, like, a tweet confirming that it was Matt Murdock, though. Because if it wasn't Matt Murdock, I would have I would have been quite annoyed. And to those who are like, oh, but Daredevil's never been replaced, you know? Like, it's always been Matt. Well, they did reveal that, like, we're gonna do original characters, so I did get, like, a bit concerned that they were gonna go the original Daredevil route, you know? I got a bit concerned, you know? But again, it's like there wouldn't be a need for that confusion if they had just gone a more traditional route. You know? Like, had they just gone a more traditional route, it would have been much better, in my opinion. But that would actually mean that releasing him not at this season, you know? That would actually require him to be released in a season that would make sense. A New York themed season. Which we had a New York themed season. Season 1. So it just seems like such a missed opportunity. And I'm not like super upset about it, too. I just think that they could have been a bit cleaner with some of their releases. We're going down the path, yeah. And even if they went down with the path of the Hand of God, I would have been fine with that too. Because, like, Daredevil has a lot of, like, Christian shit, you know? So it's weird to see him in more of a Chinese mythology theme. We kind of seen that. It's weird to see him in more of a Chinese mythology scene when he's a lot more Christian-based. Too. Like, that was another big jarring thing to me, was seeing him in more Chinese religion and more like Chinese philosophy stuff instead of being more Christian, like, centered, you know? Because that's also one of the main reasons why I was worried it wasn't Matt for a sec. And that's because, like, because it was more Chinese themed, right? Yeah, they took their own spin on Daredevil, I'll say, because we get to see Daredevil powers. Also, side note, the ult was shown in the trailer. It seemed to be smoke screen that you might be able to see everyone through. I think that would be really cool. Is that supposed to be the ult? It's just a smoke screen? I guess that's not bad. Per se, but I don't know. Ults like that can be hit or miss. You know? We also still don't know what role Daredevil's gonna be, too. I know a lot of people are saying that he's gonna be DPS. And it makes sense, right? But a lot of people are also making that assumption off of his traditional like appearances, like his comic book appearances and mainstream appearances. They're making that assumption off of that, right? And so they're doing their own take on Daredevil here, and so he could very well be a tank, just like Angela. Or he could very well be a strategist that focuses on smoke screens and, like, covering enemies and, like getting your team out of line of sight, you know? Something that maybe Invisible Woman should have been a bit more, but, like, lean towards, but something that just, like, keeping your team hidden in the shadows, you know? He does look decently big. He could be a tank, yeah. You know, or they could go a unique route and have the strategist, because again, the role is not called support, it's called strategist, right? So maybe having a big strategy for Daredevil here would be trying to hide your team and fight from the shadows, you know, and have a unique gameplay. Because, like, that's what they've been kind of doing. They've been kind of going with a lot of more unique gameplay things with characters. That's why they haven't been really releasing... I'm gonna use the Super Smash Bros. Term, echo characters. If you don't know what echo characters mean, in the Super Smash Bros. Community, when a character would play similarly to another character, because they were, like, from the same, like, franchise, they would call the second character an echo character of said character, because they had a similar moveset, right? Even though they were a different character, it's because of the similar moveset that we call them an echo character, right? And that's why, as you can tell, Marvel Rivals has been really avoiding that, avoiding adding echo characters, right? So, because, like, if they were to be adding, like, echo characters, we would have already had characters like She-Hulk, Abomination, like Miles Morales as Spider-Man, or any of the other Spider people, right? That are like Spider-Man, like 2099 or Noir, or like anything like that, or like US Agent for Cap, right? And so they've been kind of going the route of not only having diversity, right, but also having unique playstyles first before really getting into some of the echo characters, right? If they end up ever even doing echo characters, but like they end up going like more of that route, and I don't see him just being because of that. Because, like, if it was just his traditional comic book appearance, right, I would just see him as a DPS. Maybe, like, he's a highly mobile DPS. But he could be our first ever melee strategist, right? Maybe he's a highly mobile melee strategist that revolves around diving in with dive characters and healing them. And covering them with smoke screens, right? In the trailer, you see Angela hit away from the smoke and she has a symbol above her head. That's pretty cool. But, like, maybe they go that route where he's like, he dives in with DPS and pops smoke screens there with them, and then that, like, covers the DPS so that, like, the enemies can't shoot at them, right? Because, like, your team's hidden now, right? Like your dive is hidden now. Your dive characters are hidden now, right? And then you just like pop off with that. You know? That would be very, very cool. Exactly. Right? And I actually see that being a possibility because NetEase likes to go more of the route in having unique gameplay styles. You know? And so I could totally see Daredevil, like maybe you heal while you're in the smoke. You know? Maybe it's not a big heal, because the main focus is that it's hiding you, like enemies can't like see you, right, while you're in the smoke, like you turn them invisible and shit, right? But like maybe there's a small heal, kind of like the team up with Blade and Moon Knight, right? Instead that Daredevil pops that for like anyone, right? Like maybe it's like where's it here? Maybe it's like this team up but that's just Daredevil's like one of his abilities, you know? And he's like a highly mobile character because Daredevil's an acrobat, right? So maybe he'll be good for dive characters, you know, like for dive comps, you know. So like if you have a Spider-Man or Black Panther, they go in to dive the enemy, you have your strategist Daredevil who dives with you, and so he's healing you, giving you cover as well to be hidden, and you can pop off. Now, I know that'll be very annoying to a lot of the current strategist players, but again, that's another strategist for you strategist players to play, you know? So, it's like, maybe if you're one of those strategist players that like to hang back and stuff, maybe try to get a little bit spicy with a new melee healer, you know? If that is the direction they're going, you know? Because I could totally see that being a thing that Daredevil does. You know? He would be a strategist much like Ultron, where he doesn't do a ton of healing, more for utility. What is very, very nice. Yeah, exactly. More of a utility-based character, right? For a strategist. But again, it's like him being highly mobile, a strategist working in dive comps would be really, really sick. You know? I could totally see that being a thing. You know? Because again, they've been really, like, unique with the things. Because, like, I hate to bring up Overwatch. I like Overwatch, so this is not coming from a place of hate. I'm just comparing the two. But Overwatch has never had a flying tank like Angela, where there's perma-flying all the time. That is something completely out there, and what a lot of people didn't even think would work. But Angela is in this game. You know? And so, like, them going these more unique routes, like, I think a lot of people just have to expand their horizons a bit, right? And because you either have the Marvel fans, and I always say this too, because, like, Marvel Rivals is a melting pot of both hero shooter fans and Marvel fans, right? You have the toxic side of both communities combining and the positive side of both communities combining, right? But it's a melting pot of both communities. You have the comic book Marvel fans who go off of the assumption that they're going off a more comic book route, like how we thought Daredevil was going to go, a more comic book route, but instead he has all these powers and stuff. And hero shooter fans end up really leaning towards stuff that Overwatch has done, right? And, like, kind of staying in line with more Overwatch properties. But NetEase doesn't care about what Overwatch has done. They're gonna do their own thing. And they have done their own thing with characters like Angela. Or how they gave Black Widow a stun and more melee-focused abilities as well. Or, like, with, you know, like with Black Panther being able to dash, like, infinite number of times, basically. You know? So, or, like, they do a lot of things differently from Overwatch, because they actually don't really care that much. Like, they care, obviously. They view them as competitors, right? Which is good. It's healthy competition. But all I'm saying is that they do their own thing, right? So you really have to, like, hero shooter fans, you really have to expand your horizons off of Overwatch. Like, you can't be containing yourself in the abilities of Overwatch. And Marvel fans, you can't be containing yourself within the comic books or traditional mainstream stuff. You got to be more willing to the possibilities. And I think Daredevil being, like, a strategist melee is something that nobody's even thought of yet. Other than maybe me, you know? Also, with how he seems to have actual devil powers, it would be cool if the kit runs around reduced healing. Maybe a way he heals by marked enemies. If you do damage, you get health drain. Like how Blade does. I think that would be cool. That could be cool. And I actually think that you could even expand that to being like if enemies attacked... Not enemies. If allies attack marked enemies, they get healed too. Making everyone have lifesteal. I know that kind of ruins Blade's gimmick, I guess. But like, Blade's ass for that gimmick already. So it's like... give him some extra lifesteal, you know? Double up on the lifesteal. Maybe that'll make Blade pretty good. You know? Just doubling up on the lifesteal. Hell, it would even make characters like BP pretty good too, because BP gets bonus health when he hits marked targets. If he hits a character marked by Daredevil, you know, give him some extra heals. You know? Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think even though Blade got that gimmick, it would definitely improve his survivability. Yeah, like, I actually see that benefiting Blade a lot more than a lot of the other characters, simply because he already has lifesteal. So just doubling up on that just makes sense, you know? For, like, a thing that they could go to. You know? So, you know, it's, they have a lot of different routes that they could go with Daredevil. I could definitely, because, like, he looks really big. Like, even in the trailer, he had a really big physique and stuff. I don't know how that's going to translate in-game, per se, but he could very well be another tank. Or he could be a DPS, you know? Like, maybe you're thinking too much into this. Maybe they do just end up making him a DPS. And he's just, you know, I'd be cool with that too. I know a lot of people don't want the DPS route, per se. But, and, okay, I gotta actually say this right now. Saying that people are sick of, like, the DPS character, like, them adding DPS characters. Obviously, DPS has the biggest variety of characters. Right? So I get when people say it this way, where they're like, okay, DPS already has enough characters, let's add other characters. But them saying that they've only added DPS characters is some of the biggest cope I've ever heard. It's some of the biggest fucking cope I've ever heard. Because a lot of people, like, say that, oh, Strategist has got nothing, and they don't include Ultron in adding Strategist talks, right? And so, yeah, okay, makes sense. You don't want to include Ultron in the adding Strategist because he plays too much like a DPS. Then, counterpoint, alright? I'm not going to add Mr. Fantastic into DPS adding talks because he plays more like a tank. It's the same consistency. So if we're looking at the seasons, Season 1, we had 2 tanks. At first, with Thing and Mr. Fantastic, and then 1 strategist and 1 DPS, which was Johnny. And then Season 2, we had Emma, who was a tank, and then our second DPS character, Ultron, right? And then Season 3, that's when we had 2 DPS, you know? So far, the number is still higher, right? But I think it's still some of the biggest cope as well. Just because it's like, Mr. Fantastic was literally a tank cosplaying DPS the same way Ultron was a support, like a DPS cosplaying support. It's some of the biggest cope I've ever seen. Now that's a scorching take, but that's just my fucking hot take. Think any route they go, it's nice. Yeah, I think any route they go will be nice. But yeah, even if you want to look at the quality of the DPS, like Blade has been underperforming for a while now. As well. A Phoenix is kind of broken, so I'll give you a Phoenix. And Johnny's kind of good too. But like Ultron is hilariously talked down on too. So it's like, come on. And also, I genuinely just don't see like, okay, maybe this is just the privilege of being a DPS player. This might be the most ignorant privileged take I have too. But I don't think y'all should be getting mad at DPS being added. It's like, just advocate for your role more then, I guess. You know? NetEase has a good way of listening to the community. You know? So, just advocate for it more, you know? Which I guess that's what you're already doing. But like, they're not, I'll say this right now. Alright? They're not gonna listen to the hate messages. Alright? They're not gonna waste their time on it. So, like, when advocating for it, right, try to put your messages as if you're writing, like, an email to your boss. You know? Not necessarily as formal, but something a bit more polite, because they're not going to read the toxic messages. They're not. They're simply not. I hope DPS gets more sub-roles, like having DPS who can also heal, kind of similar to Soldier, has an AoE heal in place. I think that would be cool. Yeah, that would be pretty sick. I don't mind that, with the more DPS sub-roles and shit. I'd be totally fine with that. And that's the road they're going to go with Daredevil, too. Like, I wouldn't mind that either, per se. And again, I don't even mind sub-roles for the other roles, too. I think Ultron is actually a great support. I don't even play support all that often, but when I do play support, I usually play either Ultron or Mantis. And Ultron usually works out for me, And I usually get a ton of heals with him. So I don't really think that them... Like, I don't really get them saying that Ultron isn't, like, they just say that he's a... Like, a lot of people actually don't get the nuances behind how you're supposed to play Ultron, right? And it kind of shows, because, again, it's strategist, not healer, right? So people only really focus on the healer aspect of it, but his whole thing is about providing emergency bonus health, right? And due to his primary fire dealing so much damage, this is the reason why they did this, by the way, is that you're made to destroy shields and barriers, like Groot walls, or any shield. That's why they have his damage so high. Have no range. Because how you're supposed to play Ultron is that you're supposed to destroy shield and barriers. That's where his utility comes from. That's how they designed it. So I get when playing strategists, you want to play the more traditional, like not you specifically, Ace, but like when to the people who are watching, when you're playing strategists, right? You want to play the more traditional strategist, right? Like you want to play someone who heals, like Rocket, right? Where he's kind of just like a healer, straight up. Like you only really use right click, or like, who's another good example? Someone like Luna, maybe, right? Where she just generates a lot of heals. You know? You want to play... And that's fine. But you not realizing how much, like, Ultron's playstyle, it just shows how ignorant you are. Right? And I get, you want more supports that fit your playstyle. I get it. Alright? But what about the other support players that want a different play style? You didn't even think about that. That didn't even cross your mind. Ultron provides support by destroying shields and barriers. Also, another thing, these seasons are already in place that have been for a while. Is give it like 2-3 months, and they'll probably add more support to tank. Well, the thing is, Ace, is that they already have the full year planned out. And what people don't realize when they say that, they don't have 2025 planned out. They have from today to in 2026 planned out. They plan shit a year ahead. What they're doing right now, what they're probably doing as we speak, is building shit for September 2026. That's what they're doing right now. So, they already have shit planned out for a full year. A lot of people misinterpret what they say, but say that it's only until like December of 2025 that they have planned out. No, they have shit planned out till September of 2026. They already have a content schedule. Ultron is fucking amazing. Such a good character. And as a strategist that DPS can play is very easily. And I love that. I agree. I think having a strategist that DPS can play too has actually... It lowers the barrier of entry for having more strategists. You know? By just having someone play Ultron. Like if you're DPS, you know, and you need to fill for a strategist, Ultron is someone you can easily go to. Because he's able to deal a lot of damage. But again, you just got to remember where a lot of his utility comes from, which is providing constant bonus health, right? And destroying shields and barriers. And like walls and shit. Like that's where Ultron shines. Because of his high damage, like burst fire. So it's like, when you see, like, I could just go into the practice range. Like, when you see a motherfucker shielding up, right? Or, like, a group spamming walls and shit, just, like, as Ultron, it's kind of your duty to just, like, pop them. you know? Because, like, he deals a lot of damage, you know? But yeah, I think Ultron is an amazing strategist. I agree with you, Ace. I think Ultron is an amazing strategist. It's just that a lot of people don't really get his playstyle.
Wow, 4 in a row. Wow, that's amazing.
Hmm.
Double KO. That's 3.
Ultron is a strategist who is tailored towards DPS players, and I get that we haven't gotten a strategist tailored towards more healing strategists in Sue. But I think that's because most strategists don't play their role to its fullest extent, and I think that it's 2D when strategist is in a 4D role. It requires, oh, heal low, I heal mindsets. I actually agree. I think a lot of strategist mindsets are really boring and basic. Because I've actually said this on Twitter, alright? I made a post about this. About how strategists are some of the most boring, like, players, like, you'll ever meet. You know? Because all they want to do is this. Literally all they want to do.
There's always a spark of light in darkness.
That's all they want to do. They just want to go like this.
A beam of light. Get ready. Here come the bad
Like they don't want to do anything else. That's why they get annoyed when a DPS dives them and they're not willing to adapt because they don't want to do anything else, you know?
Get in here, y'all.
My time to shine.
My thing. All wrapped up.
Double KO.
Like they're so really one-sided with the support role, you know, because they really only focus on heals. They don't really focus on anything else, and that's what's kind of annoying, you know, because like most cloak and dagger players will only save their cloak form for when they're being dived, but dead ass, if you just push up with me and go like this and make them vulnerable, they take like the amount of damage that motherfucker takes when they're vulnerable. Like, y'all don't even know. Like, support players, y'all don't even fucking know, because you haven't bothered to play it more offensively. You just want to hang in the back. I'll tell you how much it weakens them. They take 27% more damage when they're vulnerable by getting hit by Terror Cake. They're not just blinded. They take 27% more damage. Like, that is actually a stupid amount of increased damage.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Yeah, 100%. They don't use the roll to the full extent. That's why BP thrives so much. Also, yeah. That's literally why. And again, 27% increased damage. I can't stress that enough. That's crazy. Like, if you hit a fucking crowd of those motherfuckers with this 27% increased damage, like, if you go like this, right? Hit both of these guys, all of a sudden, these motherfuckers are gonna get lit up by your team.
Double KO.
It's the same thing with Mantis, right? Where it's like, yeah, like, Mantis has some pretty good heals, you know? Even though it's like an overtime heal. But if you just damage boost your team, you'll kill, like, your team will kill guys so fucking fast. I actually need y'all support players to start realizing how good damage boost actually is, too. That's why C&D is crazy, very good, heals more damage and immunity frame with best ult in the game. Yeah, it's like, C&D is actually nuts in this game. You have auto-aim fire, pretty much an immortality bubble. This, which it puts increased healing for not just you, but your other strategists. A fade, which makes your team invincible. And a way to discord or your enemies. She's got one of the most stacked out kits ever, but you'll only ever really see C&D players play like this. Just holding one button like this. And it's so frustrating. Until they get dived. In which case, then they'll go to cloak and go like this. Or maybe pop bubble like this, right? But it's like, you just let your team die. Like, look, that guy just... This robot here, he just died because I wasn't paying attention. You know? Like, you got one of the most cracked kits here. Fucking loaded to the brim with utility, and Cloak and Dagger mains just don't use it whatsoever. They don't use it. And again, I need support players to start understanding how good damage boost actually is. Like Mantis damage boost. Storm players, y'all take note too, because the same shit applies to you. To put into perspective, right? Spider-Man, I am gonna put this into perspective of a Spider-Man player. Alright? Spider-Man, right? He did get some compensation buffs, but he lost the team of anchor bonus. Right? Like, once the Squirrel Girl team went away. Right? So you lost the 10% increased damage, but he got some compensation buffs. Right? His damage is still a little less, but it's roughly the same, right? But guess what you can do on Spider-Man with a Mantis? Just give him a 12% damage boost. That more than makes up for the loss of the fucking anchor bonus. Because not only do you now have these compensation buffs going for Spidey, right? But you also have the damage boost technically back in the form of Mantis. And then Spider-Man just gets absolutely crazy. He gets cracked out of his mind.
I don't want to hit you more than I have to.
My mates main them. Holy shit, they're crazy when in good hands. Exactly. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when a motherfucker has compensation buffs, if you just give them if you just give them their anchor bonus back in the form of Mantis damage boost, they become fucking insane. Like, Spider-Man actually becomes super insane when having Mantis damage boost. It's actually crazy. And I need motherfuckers to start realizing that. It's the same thing with Magic, actually. This season, with Magic, she recently, lost her 15% team of anchor bonus, right? And while Mantis damage boost will not actually fully, combat that, what it will do is pretty much put it at the same thing. But then she has all these compensation buffs. Like, feeding into her damage. Like, it's so crazy. Like, damage boost a good Magic player, and you'll see what I mean. If you're a support player watching this, in this season, if you're with a good Magic, damage boost the Magic player, and see what the fuck happens. You will see this guy tear through the enemy team and cut through them like butter. Like, it's actually so crazy.
I didn't even use the sharp end.
Magic is fucking insane. Exactly. And again, she's crazier this season than she's ever been because a lot of people don't focus focus that it's a team-based game. And it kind of annoys me. Adds 1 sec. Alright, I'll wait to make this point.
That's 3.
Good little.
Wow, 4 in a row.
I didn't even use the sharp end. Enemy ahead of us.
That's amazing.
Too easy.
6 in a row. Way to go.
Child!
Unbelievable.
Limbo unleashed. Right to your soul. I didn't even use the sharp end.
Let me know when you're back, Ace.
Survive this! This war is bigger than one life. Look at you fly! Enemy ahead of us! Straight to your soul!
Back. Alright. To make this point, you know, about how crazy damage boosts can actually be for characters, especially coming off of a compensation buff for losing a team up anchor bonus, is actually really fucking crazy. Like, you could easily just, like, it's so crazy as well. And I think another thing as well, actually something sports need to learn, a lot of them are boosted, and that's why you get beat by someone who dives, because they have better understanding of the game than they do, and that's something none of them are hearing. Yeah. I think another thing that's crazy to me, right? As someone who's a Spider-Man player, I know I've been playing more Blade this season, but I'm still going to play more Spider-Man, in case you're wondering. But as someone who's a Spider-Man player, and goes into the training range, into the lab, right? And learns the animation cancels, like learns how to like B-hop like this, or like know that you can cancel pretty much anything with a web shot, right? Or knowing that you can cancel uppercut with a web zip. Not a web zip, like a web swing. So you can go like that. You know? You guys couldn't even tell that I did a web swing there. Like I won't double jump, because the only way you can get an overhead is by double jumping or coming off of a web swing. I won't do a web swing. I mean, I won't do a double jump. Here. Like that. Y'all didn't even see that I did a web swing.
You'll be all right someday. Pretty sure those are bad guys.
Like, and learning these animation cancels, right? Like knowing that you can cancel this, because again, something that Spider-Man players did, right, in like one of the previous seasons was, now this was patched, right? And this is actually just so crazy to me, right? Is that there was a thing where after you put a spider tracer, you could go like this and then quickly go into like overhead and that, and it would both count towards triggering the web tracer for like double the damage. That is something that Spider-Man players used to do. It's just a simple that, but as you can see, if I go to overhead, it just immediately goes into the uppercut, right? They patched that. But instead of whining and complaining, want to know what Spider-Man mains did and what I did, right? They said, nah, don't worry, we'll figure something else out. And we did. Because instead of immediately going into uppercut, right? We would instead just go like this. That's not a good example because he died too soon. But you simply just like uppercut, cancel it, web. You know? And how we're able to cancel it? The uppercut, even though I just demonstrated that you can't cancel this, like it won't register this hit, right? Like the overhead, it won't register the hit. How we get both to register? We cancel the overhead with a web shot. instead of the uppercut. And then you get shit like this. And then we have the, not just that, then we come up with even more text. There's the yo-yo. I can't exactly do it, but there's the yo-yo as well. Or even this combo that I really like to use. You know? And there's so much combos coming out. Like, there's the Closambo, the Machambo, the Crumcombo, the Necrombo, like, coming out. And, like, Spider-Man's skill ceiling is still expanding. And it's because of the fact that Spider-Man players have a different mindset than support players. And this mindset is what I beg support players to have. And that's understanding the game. Because Spider-Man players will be in the lab here, in the practice range, figuring out animation cancels for hours on end. But y'all won't take 2 seconds of your time learning what any of your kit does on support. Again, most C&D players don't even know that the Terror Cloak makes enemies vulnerable and take more damage. They just go, oh, it blinds enemies so I can get away. And so that I can heal more. Like, that is so basic. That's such a basic way of going about it. Because, like, Spider-Man will get nerfed, right? And Spidey players will say that, like, you know, they'll speak their mind for, like, 2 seconds, right? But they don't whine and complain for hours and days on end. Because they don't need to. They're like, okay, we said our piece, now it's time to figure something else out. And they did! Several times over. Every time there was a nerf, we did figure something else out. Like, craziest thing in the game is people calling Spider-Man a low-skill character. That is actually the craziest fucking thing. But again, the reason why people say that he's a low-skill character is that they only see this. Because they don't play him. They only see this, right? When you're watching, like, if you've never played this game, if you're watching on, like, my stream right now, you've never played this game, hypothetically, right? And you see that, in a lot of people's minds, that's just, oh, just do that and you win, right? But there's a lot of nuance that comes with this, right? Like, for example, the amount of button inputs I'm doing to make that happen, like, you probably don't even realize how much button inputs I'm doing. In rapid succession, mind you. I'm web cluster, pulling, punch, web cluster, uppercut. So literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put 5 button inputs to make this shit happen, right? And doing that in the middle of a match too requires something else, which is the aim as well. You have to be able to aim not just your web cluster, but also your Spidey whip, right? To be able to do it. So on, like, again, when you're looking at it on paper and you die to it in the kill cam, right? All you're seeing is the couple, because when you're playing your game, right? You're not seeing the times, even mid-match, like, you're not seeing the times where the Spidey messed it up, right? All you're seeing is the kill cam. Like, pretend this is you now, right? All you're seeing is the kill cam of him going. All you're seeing is that, right? And you're like, oh, it's so unfair that Spider-Man could do that. But it's like, the only reason why it's strong is because he's literally done an entire sequence of button inputs to make this shit happen while trying to aim. Like, that is not simple to do. You could easily fuck up that sequence. Because even just, like, forgetting a web cluster. Like, I'll do it without the second web cluster. I go in like this. That doesn't kill. You have to get the second web cluster in. Or what if you forget to manage your uppercut cooldown? You have no uppercuts, right? And you just go like this. That doesn't kill. Right? And you wasted this cooldown now. Or what if you forget to hit the initial web cluster before hitting the pull? Then you get this. Doesn't kill. If you forget one thing, if you forget one button input or miss a single part of this combo, it doesn't kill. Which is crazy. Five button inputs: aim, time, choose targets. Well, list using the fastest character in the game. Choose your best target in like 3 seconds, or you don't kill, or you end up dead, and your team is now at a disadvantage. Exactly. Like, there's so much extra that goes into it. But again, because a lot of players don't play Spider-Man, right? Like, a lot of support players don't play Spider-Man, and they're only witnessing the kill cam. Like, again, they're only witnessing this part, right? Of going like, they're not witnessing having to swing in and then like land the web cluster to then go into the combo, you know? And that's just one example. That's one example. That is one combo. And I swear to you, the combos only get more difficult. The only thing that remains consistent is this bread and butter going like this, but that doesn't kill. That will not carry you through matches. And it's something I like to do as well, is go like this after the bread and butter and go punch web, right? But that doesn't kill either, right? Now, if I'm damage boosted, that kills, but that doesn't kill, right? But it deals enough damage where if anyone's slightly low, it, you know, will kill, but it's still really difficult, right? And another thing you can do, actually, is just go like this and shoot 2 web clusters. But the thing is, that requires aim, and this is one of the slowest projectiles in this game. It's really hard to aim the web cluster. But again, like, people don't see that part of, like, Spider-Man. They don't see the part where you're messing up, you know? Or you miss the uppercut, like I just did there, because I'm a dumbass. You know? Or you miss that web cluster. Like, you don't see that. You know? Like, look, after all those inputs I just did, the motherfucker's still not dead. And these guys are of the lowest HP. Spider-Man was giving low damage 3 pennies had a dream, and it might work. And people were given so much more, just don't. Exactly. Like, people who have so much, like, dead ass, something, because this is just in my mindset, right? Like, this is just in my mindset to do. When I hopped on Angela in the practice range, first thing I fucking did was figure out an animation cancel. I'm not kidding, Ace. I figured out an animation cancel for Angela. Did you know that there's an animation cancel Angela can do? I want to see your thoughts right now. Did you know that there's the animation cancel Angela can do? I didn't know, actually. Yeah, because a lot of now, not to say that you aren't, because you're definitely since you have the same take as me, definitely of the players. But again, most tank players and support players don't think to learn techs, right? But when you're hitting an enemy with a spear, right? She has a quick melee when flying as well, right? Now you can't go into the quick melee immediately unless you use the shield. You can animation cancel the spear with the shield and then go into that. So you can go spear, shield, melee. and animation cancel. I figured that out in like 2 seconds. Oh shit. Exactly. And that's because as someone who actually tries to understand the game and tries to go into the lab and figure this shit out, that's why, you know, you do shit like this. It's not a lot of damage, but it's still an animation cancel. You know? And so it's like, it's fucking crazy, you know, like... Now, I haven't, like, practiced her enough yet, but I figured out an animation cancel in, like, 2 seconds. Within playing her. Like, it took me, literally, like, okay, not 2 seconds. If I want to actually say the time, it took me, like, 2 minutes, probably. A small bit of damage that could make up for a win or loss. Yes, exactly. It can make up in clutch situations. But again, not a lot of other players will even think to practice animation cancels like that. Because in their mind, it's like, oh, I just can't do anything, you know? Like, and it's like, you're not really understanding your character's kit. You know? Like... Because people will swear up and down that, oh yeah, I've tested her in the practice range, but you're just doing the same shit in the practice range, you know? Like, you're not doing anything new. You're not learning anything, you know? And so, like, you're not trying new things, you know? So, immediately, like, for me, with Angela, right? I immediately was like, hey, I wonder if you could animation cancel something, right? Spear, shield, quick melee. You know? And I actually found out that you can't spear, shield, spear, because I just tried to do it there, and it didn't work. Didn't work. But you can spear, shield, quick melee. And like... So, like, if you just had the same bit of consistency with every single character, if players were like that with every single character... They would be so much better at the game. Like, I swear to God.
I took great pleasure in striking you down.
But again, you probably never even heard, or like coming into this, like you said, I didn't know actually. I've not played her much. I've not seen the animation cancel yet. Yeah, again, because nobody would fucking bother to even learn the animation cancels. You know? No one would even bother testing this shit. Now, granted, that animation cancel isn't like the best thing because that requires you staying up front a pretty consistent amount, but it's still something that I figured out on my own. And imagine if you just put that same level of consistency in like any character. You know? Like, imagine what you could do with some of these characters if there's like hidden animation cancels. You know? Like, shit could actually get really crazy if people just put in the fucking time and effort.
No one's coming back from the grave on
like, there's I figured this out too. I wasn't the first one to figure this out. I went online, and someone had figured it out before me, but I didn't know at the time. But there's an animation cancel you can do with Blade to get a bit more burst damage down. And the animation cancel is when you have your gun out, right? And while you're shooting at someone, you can dash at them, apply anti, right? But then immediately slash before they get knocked back for some extra burst. So you can go like this and get some extra burst in, right? Like, that's an animation cancel. So even with Blade, my first thought was to figure out an animation cancel to understand his kit better.
I was born ready.
Like, Playing Spidey since Season 0 gave you a mindset that puts you in a state where you're constantly improving instead of being stuck with what works. Exactly. Because a lot of gold players get stuck at gold because they're complacent with what works instead of working on themselves constantly. Now, granted, I am also stuck gold, but that's just because I don't play this game as much as people think. You know, like, I do stream this game, like, every single one of my previous streams have been Marvel Rivals. But again, like, I only play Marvel Rivals on stream. Like, I'm not playing it off stream. Right? So, when you're seeing me play it on stream, and you look at the hours that I stream, I only usually stream, like, 2 hours a day. Right? And it's not every single day either. So I'm probably only playing, like, 4 hours of Marvel Rivals per week. Maybe, like, at most, like, 6 hours of Marvel Rivals per week. But you got, like, other players who put in, like, 10 hours per day. Right? So, like, in comparison with my 2 hours per... Not even per day. Like, 2 hours per every other day. It's way different for me. Like, I know that sounds like a built-in excuse for why I haven't ranked up, but I really don't play this game as much. You know?
Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing. 6 in a row. Way to go.
Yeah, but yeah, playing Spidey since Season 0 has put me in a mindset where I am trying to constantly improve. And I think that every single player should be like that.
Here they come.
Because a lot of gold players get stuck in gold because they're complacent with the work instead of working on themselves constantly. Exactly, you know? And it's kind of annoying. Now, they did patch an animation cancel with Blade, where you could get both of the effects, like this anti-effect and this, like, cutting effect in one thing. That was quickly changing into vampire mode during the middle of the dash, the gun dash. You go like this, but you can't do that anymore. But this actually still can work in your favor, right? And here's another animation cancel that I actually employ while playing Blade. And you actually kind of just saw it there. You can animation cancel the second gun with vampire mode, the activation of it. So something you can easily do. It does require more dashes, so it does require a bit more risk, but you can easily just go like this and go and get both dashes.
You never stood a chance.
So, like, again, like, show me you again. You just dash. You just dash and dash, you know? Dash and dash. You know? And it's actually... Now, you may be saying, oh, why would you... Now, a lot of people would look at that and go, why would you waste 2 dashes? Right? And my response is, you have a block button. This block button is so useful, because not only is it 80% damage guard, but it also refills your dash cooldown when blocking damage. Like, so you don't really have to worry about your dash. Like, with Blade, something I like about playing Blade is that you really don't have to worry about any of his cooldowns. Because, like, if I turn off no ability cooldown, right? His vampire mode is on a 1-second cooldown. His block, it's on a 3-second cooldown, but, like, that's, like, nothing. And then his dash, right? Yeah, it has a bit more of a cooldown, but you can just block damage and that shit comes back. As long as you're smart with your blocks, you don't have to worry about it. So Blade's cooldowns, this is why I like playing Blade, is that way because, like, sometimes when playing Spider-Man, I'll forget to manage my cooldowns. That's just a bad habit of mine. I need to fix it if I want to climb as Spidey. I forget to manage my cooldowns. I know. Like, I realize my own flaws, alright? That's why I like playing Blade a lot. It's because Blade, like, his cooldowns don't matter, you know? Like, he actually, like, his cooldowns really don't matter. And that's why I like playing Blade. But I really like playing Spider-Man, too. I'm still gonna play Spidey.
Anybody who has the skill can be a hero. I believe that.
Blade block is amazing, gets her dash back, and can also parry a ton of ults, that's what makes you survive. Exactly! You know? And again, with Spider-Man, I actually sacrifice a web swing now to go like this. And get an instant overhead. Because that sacrifices a web swing, but like, you get an insta overhead. I do that sometimes on Spidey. And it's like, yeah, you don't want to waste a web swing, right? But you really only need one web swing to go like this. Like, I went from all the way over there to here, and one web swing.
Spider Fist is ready to punch.
So, like, if you actually know, like, your angles on Spidey, right? And you know what will give you a good swing, like, you can actually cover a lot of distance with one web swing. You don't really need a whole bunch of web swings, which is why I don't mind just going like this.
Fight for the good guys next time.
You know? Again, that's a combo I just learned on the fly, like, since the easy swing came out. Like, being able to bind easy swing to a certain button. You know? So it's like, that's just something that was like, hey, what if I do this? Just go like that, you know? Because something you had to do beforehand was go like this, double jump, and then go to get that combo now. But like, again, you can just go like this now. Now again, you may, to the people looking at that, that is multiple button inputs as well. You web that, and then you go into the overhead, right? Like, I'm doing it slow, so I didn't do the overhead, right? But like, you go 1, 2, 3. Actually, there was another one closer. 4, and then 5. There was another. Yeah, because a lot of gold players get stuck. Also, even if you are great at the game, if your team doesn't lift their weight, it's also hard to get the extra push needed to rank up a lot of the time. Well, yeah, that's because it is a team-based game. That's just the nature of these games. You have to work as a team. You can't just, like, despite the existence of their saying that there's a team carry, you really can't fully carry a team by yourself. If you could be able to go into a 1v6 and win. You know? But nobody can go into a 1v6 and win. I'm saying that right now. And if someone who's watching this says that you can go into a 1v6 and win, you're lying. You're straight up lying. You cannot go into a 1v6 and win.
Watch out, they're headed our way. Spider Slam. I don't want to hit you more than I have to.
It's risk versus rewards, yeah. And I think the risk versus reward actually increases skill expression.
Spider Fist is ready to punch.
Double KO.
Because I actually like my, like, maybe this is because, like, this has to do with me being Dragon Ball brained, right? But my favorite technique in Dragon Ball is the Kaioken. And the Kaioken is all about a high risk versus reward. So I actually really like playstyles that have a risk versus reward thing, you know? So, like, wasting a web swing to get an extra combo off is, like, right up my alley. Which is why I love playing Spider-Man. Like, even now more than ever. Because it's like, you're telling me I can access my JJK bag and put a binding Vow on my web swing, sacrificing one of them to get a free overhead? Like, sign me the fuck up. Like, sign me up, man. I'm fucking down. And it's the same thing with Blade. Like, if I go back to Blade, right? And again, like, I don't mind just going... Oh, I gotta pull my gun out. I don't mind going dash, gun, dash, and wasting both dashes. I don't mind doing that, as long as I get the kill. Like... Like, I will do that shit, and I will fool someone. Like, fucking laundry, bro. Like, I'll lay them out like a bath mat with this tech. I don't care. I'm going to. Well, let me catch up with your messages here. And that's kind of Blade style. Yeah, it is kind of Blade style. Like, even just looking at the vampire mode, it's kind of Blade style here. With, like, you get reduced healing, but you get, like, faster attacks and lifesteal. Like, this, in and of itself, is like, high risk, high reward. Which is why I like it. Which is why Blade also fits right up my alley, because he's got that high risk, high reward. I like that adrenaline rush. I like being able to just be like, alright, like, I'm about to put a Binding Vow. I got reduced healing, but I'm about to fold your shit. You know? Like, that's what I like, you know? That's just the type of person I am. And both Spider-Man and Blade have examples of that high risk, high reward, you know? Like, I really like that shit. That's just the kind of playstyle I like, you know? Blade block is amazing, gets your dash back, goes to parry ton. Oh, yeah. It's really good. I think I read that already, though. Yeah, you have 3 web slings. You are fine with just 1 getaway pull. Exactly. Just 1 is enough to get away. A little Binding Vow. Exactly. Oh, I mean, it kind of is, right? It kind of is. I'm gonna Binding Vow on one of my web swings, sacrificing it for a free overhead. Talking about JJK, you looking forward to the next season? Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to the next season. I'm really excited for it. I'm actually really excited with Gege's next manga as well. I think it's still a continuation of JJK. And I think that's sick. Low key, I would also like for him to create a different, like, another story, because, like, my favorite mangaka is Akira Toriyama, and obviously because Dragon Ball is my favorite, but I don't just like Dragon Ball of Akira Toriyama's work. I also like his Dragon Quest shit. I love Dr. Slump. I think Dr. Slump is a very fun manga. So, like, I don't just like Dragon Ball. I like a lot of his works. And I like creators, like mangaka, who can have many different works. You know? So, it's like... I'd like to see what he can do with another, like, franchise, you know? I'd like to see what he can do with that. But I'm more than happy to have a continuation of JJK with the, manga, too. So I'm excited for the new manga. I'm excited for the new season of JJK. Really excited for it.
Next time, put up a fight.
1 pick on support is worth both those dashes 100%. Even more so that you can block and regain 1, maybe 2 charges, so you instantly get back. Exactly. That's why I like playing Blade as well. Because the strategy you can do there, and, like, picking off 1 support like that is really good.
You never stood a chance.
Alright. Actually, you mentioning JJK actually reminded me of a different thing, and I gotta talk about this. So I mentioned this on Twitter, right? Okay, I'm interested to see where you take the story. I hope Yuji pulls up. Same. I mentioned this on Twitter though, and so, you know, I'm watching, like, Marvel Rivals Twitch streams, right? Trying to get the Twitch drops. That's how I got this shit, right? I was watching some other Twitch streams, you know? And I see, and I'm watching a VTuber, right? I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name the name of the person in chat. I'm not going to name the name of the VTuber. But I'm watching them, right? And the guy mentions, like, the chatter mentions another thing. He mentions, like, Tony Hawk or some shit, right? Like, some skateboard shit like that. And the streamer starts freaking out, and, like, telling them to stay on topic, right? When there wasn't even really much conversation going on anyway. They were just commenting on gameplay of Marvel Rivals. And I was like, what? And it was so weird to me. And my whole thing is, like, why do you, like, me personally, I get, like, having multiple conversation topics. Like, you don't want to be too overwhelmed with too much different topics. Like, when you're live. I get that, right? That's perfectly understandable. But again, like, we weren't even really talking about anything, right? And so, when I see this person, like, freak out, over someone like quote unquote not staying on topic. And my whole thing is like, would you not want your chatters to like be talking about their interests? Like, that's just free content in my opinion. Like, that's free yappage. Like, when someone brings up something random, I'm like, that's shit free real estate for me, bro. Like, because yapping is what gets people the fucking views on Twitch, you know? Like, nobody, like, silent streams, they do have their own niche, right? But it's really hard to grow with silent streams, you know? So just, like, finding something to yap about, if a chatter here just wants to mention something, I'm so down talking about that shit. Like...
Was that it? Really?
Like, I have no issues changing the subject of conversation. Maybe it's because I'm also ADHD brained, because I actually have both ADHD and ADD. So maybe it's because I'm a mixture of both. I can just jump to different topics a whole lot, and not everyone's like that. But like, it just seems weird to me, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing, you know? Allow. Yeah, some shooters get a stick up their ass and let your chatters talk about what they're interested in. I've learned so many cool things about games through chatters. Exactly. And I mean, again, I get not wanting to have too much topics going on at once in like a populated chat to like that way they're not feeling overwhelmed, you know? I get that, you know?